We are back on this Sunday morning with a new beginning in the arts community. The MCC Theater Company has been around for more than 3 decades, but it just opened the doors to its first permanent home a few days ago here in Hell's Kitchen. Blake West is MCC's executive director, and he's here to tell us all about the new space, the latest productions, the innovations, the magic that goes on at MCC. Good morning, Blake. It's good to see you.
Good morning, Pat. It's good to see you.
Congratulations, congratulations. I was asking you in the break, how many homes has this theater had, this company had, in the 30-plus years?
Well, I don't have the exact count, but it's at least 5. It might be 6. It could be more.
It could be more. And you know, the wonderful thing is it's been supported every place that it went, which brings us to where you are today.
Exactly.
Tell us about the new space.
The new space is incredible. We opened it on Wednesday. It's a place called the Robert W. Wilson MCC Theater Space, and it's going to house everything that we do. It's got 2 theaters, 2 rehearsal studios, extraordinary backstage amenities that we've never had before, and it's going to be a really exciting destination, I think, for artists and students and audiences and all of our, we mentioned our supporters, all of our incredible supporters over the years.
And you have gotten some incredible support. I mean, you're the nonprofit theater, and as from what I understand, one of the only theater companies in the country that has the same founding group still guiding its principal today.
Yes, yes. We have 3 incredible artistic directors, Bernie Telsey, Bob Lupone, and Will Cantler. They were young students. Some of them were young students at NYU when they started MCC 32 years ago and counting. And yeah, they're still the trio that runs the organization, which is an unusual setup for a nonprofit theater company. Usually there's an artistic director, and then I'm the counterpart, the executive, in the counterpart role, the executive director. And we have 3, and it makes for a really magical and rich experience.
You know, to say the least. I mean, I was there last month to see the African schoolgirls play, Mean Girls, Schoolgirls of the African Mean Girls play. An incredible production, and so thought-provoking. The first time, in fact, that they had an encore production, right? That came back, because you're premiering those shows off Broadway and musicals that people don't normally see. What is the mission of this theater? I want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, our mission is to provoke conversations. We the formal statement is to provoke conversations that have never happened and otherwise never would. And we produce new work to facilitate that. And we do it through a number of programs. We have our productions, we do development of new work, and then we have this extraordinary education program, and it's all to stimulate conversation, which Schoolgirls absolutely did, and it was an unusual experience, as you mentioned, to bring something back.
It was a remarkable production, and my friends, my daughters, and a friend who went with me, we stayed for the conversation for a full hour, and it was just fascinating, and that's what I think sets this apart. Even when you go to premieres and there's a Q&A with the producer, the director, this was so different because it was so intimate, and people really got to express their feelings about this play, which the Schoolgirls, the African Mean Girls play, was. You know, it was one of those things where it was a difficult topic, colorism, status, you know, and it was set in Ghana, but it could have taken place anywhere, which is my point about MCC. You bring those conversations to bear that may be difficult, but need to be had on a social and personal level, and people are very open and about their feelings.
They were, and we encourage that. As I said, the mission is to provoke conversation, and we do that with all of the work that we produce, as you experienced with Schoolgirls. We also experienced that it was a very fun and funny play, in addition to, you know, being serious, and so we do that a lot with a lot of our work, and the conversation experience that you had is not unique. It's part of everything that we do, and it's one of the things that we're going to be doing a lot more of at the new space, at the Robert W. Wilson MCC Theater Space.
Well, we can't wait.
Which was built to facilitate all of this
conversation. We can't wait to hear some of those conversations. Your first production coming up on the 30th, Alice by Heart. So happy for you. It's a musical, June. You hear me? I'm looking ahead to spring. January 30th at MCC Theater. Blake West, thank you so much for joining us, and we will be right back. For more information, by the way, just log on to mcctheater.org. See what's upcoming. Fabulous space. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Blake.
Thank you.